from Hayden, Idaho. Next week, I'm going to Kansas City. Hopefully, I'll see some of you guys there. And I'm pretty much on the road every single week. I don't know when I get a break, but you know what? That's great because I love teaching. Let's do another roadside chat. All right, this one comes from an officer in Texas, in Plano. So he says, can officers search a suitcase that belongs to an arrested person even without a warrant? Well, we're gonna need some background on this one to understand where this is coming from. The officer says a male and female are staying at a hotel. The male is arrested for something, let's just call it a warrant. Once he's gone, the female tells officers that there is a stolen gun in the male's suitcase. He left that behind in the room. Officers ask for her consent to search it. Should the officers get a search warrant, or are they good to retrieve the weapon on their own? Okay, so the answer is, I'm gonna lean towards yes. There's some facts missing here. Airport right nearby. Anyway, hold on. All right, so let's go through this. So in order for the female that is left behind to consent of the suitcase, cops are going to need to articulate common authority. Common authority means that the person giving consent appears to have the authority to consent for the search. One way that I teach this, I call this the piggyback rule. If you've ever been to one of my classes, you know that I teach the piggyback rule. The piggyback rule essentially means, hey, look, the person that you're asking for consent from, okay, the female here, do you believe that she can open up the suitcase without violating his privacy interests, right? Do you think that she can go through it? If the answer is yes, then likely she can give you consent to go through it as well, because basically she's almost like turning you into her agent. These are not necessarily exactly the doctrines used in courts, but it's a good way of looking at it. So ask yourself, do you think she can do it? Okay. If she's like the girlfriend and they're basically staying together, then the answer is most likely yes. It seems reasonable that she can also go through his property, especially he's in jail. She's gonna pack up his stuff. He left his property in her possession and so forth. So the answer is yes. It appears, right, from, you know, with just the limited facts, that she has common authority. Now, if you have facts or circumstances to lead you to believe that she has no common authority, let's say that she is, you know, well, let's just say that she's a woman that he just met last night, right? And they're not really together. She just happens to be in the room. And yeah, maybe she can stay there until she gets her stuff together. Then the answer would be no. She would not have common authority. Okay? So there's your answer. Do you have to go get a warrant? In this case, no. Should you go get a warrant? Well, the answer is probably yes, especially, you know, it's a stolen gun, and if you add on top of it that he's a felon, you know, this may go federal. I can tell you that, you know, since he's looking at a lot of time in prison, especially if it goes federal, why not just go get that warrant? Because he's just going to argue at a suppression hearing that she has no common authority. And there's always a chance that he wins. But if you have a warrant, it's almost, you know, realistically impossible for him to win. I mean, how is he going to beat that warrant? So that's my advice. The answer is you can, but you probably should get a warrant. All right? Keep the questions coming. Hey, do you want me to answer your question? Look in the show notes below. You're going to see a link for bluetogold.com/show. Is there anything else I can do for you guys? Is there any other training? Are you attending my weekly webinars? Let me know what I can do for you guys, right? To start answering your legal questions. I want to help you guys get it right every single time. All right? Anyway, I'll see you guys hopefully in one of my classes, face to face. Come up to me and say, hey, Anthony, I watch your YouTube channel. Let's do the pre-COVID